taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one in store between the Columbus Explorers and the Brooklyn Beats. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Columbus Explorers and the Brooklyn Beats. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Brooklyn ball club. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Columbus club, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnist write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Fletcher. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
They'll look to throw here. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn, you don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And the 13-year man puts it through. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, he only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Smith. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And you see the starting unit here, but really, you're going to see a lot of different personnel, a lot of different packages as they rotate in and out throughout the game.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
3 down.
5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The numbers for him from a week ago, 23 carries, 100 yards on the nose, and a score.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Smith.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And two stop. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Be driven.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And to give this time to the tailback. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Going right side here, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
On, set, 15, line, 15 line. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We fight.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert? And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A 10-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Shoot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got room. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Smith, and it's incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Smith, throwing again, and that's incomplete.
They did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for it now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. Stays on his feet. That one good for 33 and a 1st.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
We got three,
Now a first carry for their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Fighting to stay, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here?
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get them the first.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line. Tight go.
They'll run on first down. Gardner. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Smith now to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Hudson. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. A shotgun snap for Smith. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Again, Smith. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Smith firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the 50, it's Smith. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Smith, he's going to loft one deep left side here. An incomplete, crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Smith. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Throwing again is Smith. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And on now is the punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10, Smith. And he comes back with one complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Smith. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Gardner, and this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They'll keep it on the ground. Gardner. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing fancy really on either side. They were just trying to punch it between the tackles but could not get it done.
That felt very old schoolish, didn't it? Because we always talk about how we spread it out on offense nowadays and try and create some running lanes. That one was really tight. Go get it. A big pile of bodies. Didn't quite get there.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is caught, and the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. Well, kind of interesting for sure. It worked out for them. They only had a yard to go. When you do that fake punt, you're kind of starting back further than you need to when you only have 1 yard.
Yeah, and I guess they felt like that was a true full fake because most of the time with a yard to go, you leave your offense on the field, you run something from your playbook. But here, they gave the full impression they were going to punt it away and picked up the 1st down. They definitely surprised us.
I was going to say surprise, surprise. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. On 2nd and 9, Smith looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Smith. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Go! 60 Pittsburgh!
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Go! 70, Indy!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll try and run with their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Set 90, Wolf! I'm coming after you!
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. And they finally get to him as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Smith. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Smith. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Smith now operating from the gun. Got an open man, it's Burnett. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Smith. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play-action pass, you see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with?
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations. So it is harder to defend.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. That time a 6-play drive. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. They'll throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I'm going to hit you all day.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a handoff looking right. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
You need to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down 13-10. At time, a huge factor. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He's back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gardner. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
They'll look to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Burnett. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Smith. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hudson. And down inside the 15 he goes. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. It puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it.
Ready? 50, plant.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
51, Mike 51. We got it. Go.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Tight right. You got 3 down.
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And my, how the tables have turned. They had a chance inside the red zone, punch that thing in and end it. Now we're going the other way.
And it's real easy to just look at them and say, boy, what an error, what a mistake you made. But how about the defense coming up huge?
There.
Let's give them a little bit of credit, keeping their team in the game, because if they score a touchdown there, it's game over.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
And part 1 is done, now part 2. A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Smith. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Smith. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Smith throwing again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. To the air again, Smith. Over the middle, complete. That's Hudson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for our visitors, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So for our entire crew,